Hi everyone, my name is Alexandra. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna try to kill all of your intrusive thoughts that are stopping you from first reaching your fullest potential and second, actually believing in yourself. Because I'm always saying, if he wanted to, he would. I'm always saying that. And I'm always saying also, if you wanted to, you would. Because person's mind is wired in such a way that when we really want something, when we are passionate about something, when our soul calls for something, we always reach for it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what is on our way. What is our priority, we are going for it. And you can see that very well in the story of all the people around you. Think of your mom, think of your dad, think of your grandparents, think of your friends, whoever it is, think of them and think of what is their priority. And you know how you're like measuring it in your head? You're measuring what effort they put in. What do they actually like care about is what they put effort in, what they are investing the time in. This is where their priorities are, where their time is, where their effort is. So basically, if you think about it, where our effort is, there is our interest. And that's why like some people in relationships are like, I don't feel loved anymore because the effort is not there anymore. So if you think about it, if you are interested in something but effort is not there, there must be like some other reason. Some maybe intrusive thoughts, maybe all the time people were telling you you're not good enough for it. Whatever it is, I'm gonna try to just basically break the cycle of it, and I'm gonna try to tell you you are worthy of your dreams. Because what I also always keep telling, if you are wanting something right now, is because another version of you or a future version of you already has it. There is some calling in your soul. There is some passion. There is something just when you're searching for something, and the first thing that comes to your mind is this feeling, right? Whatever you're thinking about, like for example, I want to be a piano player, then there comes this feeling with it. We're always like, people are trying to bring us down more into earth, telling us that, oh, be more realistic, be more down to earth. Why? First of all, why? Second of all, you're not just a body, you have a soul. So since you have a soul, that means you are going with the energies. So whatever you're feeling, whatever your emotions are, and whatever the energy is, this is basically what also life is about. Life is not about like materialistic things. Life is not about like, oh, there's a cup. You know that every single thing around us has a frequency, every single thing around us. And people are always saying bullshit to me. First of all, this is from science. This is from physics. So search more into that and then call my bullshit. Second of all, every single thing has a frequency. I'm not gonna even start arguing about it. If you don't believe me, go search for more, or you don't have to believe me. Basically, I don't have to prove you wrong. But I know you're wrong. So everything around us has a frequency. And if we really want something, we usually search for this feeling, search for this frequency, search for this energy. Also, like a very funny thing is that every single time I'm mad, my sister doesn't even have to say like, oh, what's wrong? She comes up to me and she's like, oh, what is this energy? Like she's like cleansing my aura and stuff. And she was not like that whimsical her whole life. And I love the fact that like over the years, she's becoming more and more whimsical. And also I am becoming more and more whimsical. And my brother is just like, you know, in between us, and we're always like cleansing his aura, and he's like, stop cleansing my aura. So this is kind of like Phoebe Buffay moment, and I love this. But anyway, coming back to the topic, basically we're always searching for this feeling, for this energy to fill our soul. And whatever you're searching for this feeling. This is the sentence I kept saying right now over and over. Think about what other thing might bring me this feeling. And if you start doing this thing, you start vibrating on this energy, right? So therefore, you're like getting more and more into the feeling that you want. And if you're becoming used to the feeling that you want, if this is something that you believe like, oh, I actually like can have this feeling, then you break this thing that like, I'm not able to get this. And this is how you're manifesting quicker. This is like a quick manifesting hack. But this has nothing to do with your intrusive thoughts, has nothing to do with what I mentioned in this video. This is like just something I wanted to pop in because I think it is the topic near something that I'm mentioning right now. But basically everything that you want is in the reach of yours. There is literally nothing that one person cannot accomplish. There are so many stories. You can search for them, or you can just hear about them, of the people that were raised very poor. Like they were begging on the street for the food and then they became billionaires. How? Because they reached for more. Because there is nothing that you cannot do. If you actually like reach, if you actually do the action of the reaching, there is nothing you cannot do. And there are so many like stories of people who were not given anything, who were raised with nothing and they got everything. So there is literally nothing that you cannot do. Whatever environment you're in, whatever your potential is, like potential is one thing. Talent is different thing. Talent is a practice that you keep doing over and over again. Talent is something that you are like putting the work in. Like for example, people were saying to me like, I wouldn't say that you are the brightest person, which was like kind of rude. Anyway, that you were the brightest person in mathematics from my class, because I had like geniuses in my class. Like I actually had people who were from maths when we were starting high school. They were geniuses. Okay. So I loved math, and this is something I think I had big potential in, like at the beginning, but I didn't have as big potential, right? But this is something I love doing, and this is something I wanted to accomplish. And I'm a very stubborn person, and there are people saying to me like, oh, not always things in your life you will want, you're gonna get them. Actually, I will. And if not, then I'm gonna get something better, because that's how God works, and I'm God's girl, so I will get those things. I'm sorry, excuse you for like being jealous or something, but I will get those things. And another thing is that even if you do not have the potential and you put in the work because you're stubborn and you really want that, there's your interest and there goes your effort. If you try to do the work, you will accomplish it. And guess what? I passed as like the best person from maths from A levels. The best person like on the same level, because there could be more. I passed on 100% from extended math on my A levels in high school. And this is the thing, whenever I'm saying to people right now, even like a few years later, they're like, what? You did what? Oh my God, I didn't know you're a math freak. And this is not something I was just blessed with right away. This is something I put in the work in. Like there was a time when I was actually learning math for 6 hours a day. There were weeks when I was actually like sitting all the time with math, and I had big social life. Like I was doing so many things. I was helping my family. I was going out a lot. I was studying. I was working out. I was doing all my other things like painting, drawing, writing poetry. Like, no, I didn't write poetry then. I was just writing in my diary, but still I was doing so many things, and I managed to do all of them. And it's not like, oh, I'm so good. No, like everybody can do it. Like literally the only thing that is stopping you is actually believing that you can do it. Because even my own father was saying to me, my goal was to reach 80%. And my father was saying, Ola, be more realistic. This is something really hard, and just like try to like be more realistic so you will not get disappointed at the end. Like I get it that you're smart, but 80%, this is something very like big. So just be more realistic. And I was like, I'm gonna get there. Like I was so sure I'm gonna get there that I actually got more. Like I was getting to 80, but I was so focused onto the goal that I reached for more. And I was all the time reaching for more. Even when I was writing like my A levels before, like, you know, the practices ones, I don't know, the trial A levels, I was writing them for around 85%. And I was like, I want more. Like I want to prove to myself, like reach my fullest potential. And I will never have anything to stop me from doing something that I love, from doing something that I want, from accomplishing my goal. I'm not going to let anybody stop me from reaching my full potential and from actually like achieving my goals. So this was my motto. Okay. This was in my mind. And this is how I actually got there. And there are so many other things in my life where I actually proven to myself that I can do it, that whatever it is that I want to do, I can do it, and I'm gonna manage to do it. And if all the people were as stubborn as me, they would do anything that they want, because actually it's just about the mindset. And about the mindset, I have the quote from Alice in Wonderland, one of my favorite Disney movies. And Alice said, "It is impossible." And the Mad Hatter said, "Only if you believe it is." And everything in life is like that, because I also love this quote. Everything that is real was imagined first. Even the planes, computers. If you said a few hundred years ago that there will be machines actually thinking, generating on their own, people would be like, oh my gosh, what has happened with the world? And there are things like that on a daily basis right now. There's AI, there are like robots and stuff, and there are planes. And I believe that there will be time machines or stuff like that in the future. Like, person's mind is literally limitless. We are so smart. If we only believe that we can do it, we will do it. There were so many people, like I said, that were raised with nothing, and people were not believing in them, but they were believing in them. And another thing that I want to say, there's only two people that you want to impress in your life. Two people you're supposed to want to impress in your life. Your 8-year-old self and your 80-year-old self. And that's it. All the other people do not matter. You know why? Because they're not your story. You're your own main character, and there's nobody else in your life that's supposed to matter that much. And I have so many people in my life that I'm grateful for and that I love, and that I want them to stay forever with me. Like, for example, like my family, my boyfriend, my friends, I love them so much, and I do not imagine like myself without them. But is it like this way that whatever they're saying, their opinion, I'm gonna like, oh my gosh, like maybe I'm supposed to do this? No, I'm thinking of myself as a kid. And you know what? You know what is like validating the shit out of me? She would be so like in love with me. She would adore me. And I remember my 8-year-old self, and she was cool as fuck. Like, she was so iconic, and people were not giving her enough credit. And that's why whatever move I'm making, I'm thinking of my 8-year-old self or 7-year-old self or 5-year-old self, or like just basically me before that, because I know that whatever she did got me here. So basically, I owe her so much that I'm gonna make her proud. I'm gonna make whatever the fuck she dreamed of come true. This is like my motto also for everyday life. Like when I was little, people were asking me who you want to be when you grow up, and I was like, my answer was a star, and that's it. Like that was literally my reply. I was saying like a singer, a movie star, an actress. I also want to be like a model. I wanted to be so many things at once, but I knew one thing: I will be famous. Like I will get there. I want to be like a person. I always liked to be in a spot of attention. I never was afraid to speak up. I never was afraid to show my true colors. I never was the person in the background. No, I was always the main character, and I loved that. And I loved just inspiring other people. Whenever somebody would tell me, oh, I did this because of you, I was like, girl, like I loved this energy. And this is something I was never like uncomfortable with. And I knew one thing: I will be famous. I want to be a star. Those are the two things that my 8-year-old self would always say, my 6-year-old self, my 4-year-old self. Like basically me growing up, I was like, I want to be a star. And I was not afraid to say it. People were laughing at me like, oh my God, she's adorable. But I was serious. And I'm serious also right now. And I know that my 8-year-old self would be so freaking grateful for me, but she will also tell me, you can do more, girl. Like you can do it. And then my 80-year-old self. So like after my whole life, will I actually care that Tom from like, I don't know, my third year of university that I will never meet again, like the guy that I dated for a month will think of me as something that is too much or something that is too loud or something like, I don't care. Like would I care then? Would I even remember those people? Because I don't think so. If you're still waiting for the validation of the people that are just passing through your life, who cares? Your 80-year-old wouldn't care. Your 80-year-old wouldn't care. She would be like, who's this? Like, do we even know him? Is he gonna stay? If no, what is he even doing? Why are you letting him like have any impact, girl? So those are the two and only people you're trying to impress, and you're supposed to try to impress. You're supposed to try to impress them because they're you. Like they're literally in you. And time is such a weird thing because they're like I was saying, you can watch this video. There is no such thing as time. Honestly, sometimes time passes very quickly. Sometimes it passes very shortly. So people made those measurements all of like years, days, hours, weeks, and stuff like that to basically be more organized and to to be able to, you know, meet at the same time and stuff like that. But if you think about it, time is very subjective and you have your own time always. Like some people will get married at 20, some people at 40, and for them it will be the right time. So what is even the right time? There's no such thing as the right time. So girl, you have just the time and what you're gonna do about it. And if you have the time and you are having the time, if you're here, even if you're watching this video, you have the time. You can do so many things with your time. Those are limitless options for you to do. So if there are no guidelines of what you're supposed to do, because okay, society is trying to tell us some shit. Okay, I don't care. There are no guidelines. I don't care what you're saying. There are no guidelines. That's it. I can finish my university even at 50 or 60 if I want to. I don't care what you're saying, okay? This is my life. This is not the whole society's life because, okay, people are trying to fit in because the whole society, the whole group, who cares? I'm not hurting anybody. I just want to live my life the way I'm supposed to and the way my intuition tells me to. So if God is just literally guiding me through life and I feel the intuition saying to me, oh, I'm not supposed to go to college now, don't go to college. Do the thing that like the call is calling you, so pick up the phone and that's it. And just literally go and do the things in your own time. And I'm not saying job like your old job, like just basically invest in yourself fully and just like risk so much. I'm not doing that because I did go to university even though I didn't know what I was even doing. I was like, okay, I don't know what I want to study, but I knew I wanted to study. I loved studying and this is something that I didn't want to stop. I don't want to stop being a part of community, a part of group. This is something I really like and I will want to work with people in the future. I don't want to be at home doing an online job just with my family or with my friends. I want to just like extend my circle of like knowing people so much. I love being with people. So this is something I knew I wanted to do. I just didn't know where. So I just like tried to just manage like, okay, what I'm feeling. I don't feel like this. Oh, this is like, I don't like, this is something I did in Polish, you say nawet, but basically I'm not trying risk at all. I'm not trying to say risk at all, but I'm trying to say believe in yourself and do not limit yourself over somebody else's time, okay? Do not limit yourself with, oh my God, this person got married at 25. I have to find a man to marry. No. Okay, you're valuable and your value and your categories can be different than somebody else's categories like during the time. For example, some might marry at 20, some might marry at 40. Some can finish university this time, some can other time. Some can like just not finish at all. And that is also okay. Some people can travel all around the world. The other people might just stay one place. This is about somebody's destiny, somebody's calling. And some people also do not do those things because they do not reach their fullest potential. And then they stay just grumpy till the end of their life because they are like, oh, I wish I could have done this. Like, for example, I saw this one thing, like at 40, you're saying, oh, I wish I could have done this when I was 30. Then at 50, you're saying, oh, I could have done this when I was at 40. It was not too late. And then you're dying at 80 because you were just too grumpy and too like all with hatred in yourself. And I'm sorry to say that, but this is true. Like, this is reality. You have the option to do whatever you want. And there is no such thing as the right time. There is the time and what you have to do with it. And if you have the time and you have the time, just do what you want. And there are no limits of what you can or cannot reach, okay? Because everything that is real right now was imagined first. And there is no such thing as you're not good enough. You are good enough. Who says you're not good enough? First of all, like I said, your 80-year-old self, your 80-year-old self. Other people's opinions, not mattering, okay? They do not matter. Also, another thing, if you're thinking, oh, I want this, but I'm not good at it. I saw this one thing on Pinterest and I loved it fully. There was this like person playing on piano and the other person was saying like, you're not good. And like, stop, you are no good. And the other person is saying, okay, but if I stop, I'm never gonna be good. Am I? So like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, I'm no good, so I'm supposed to stop practicing to be good. Just if you want to do something, break through this like badness, break through this thing that, oh my God, I'm no good. Okay, you will be good. Just practice. Just do more. Just literally just believe in yourself, because people stopped believing in themselves. And if you have any opportunity, that means the whole universe conspired for you to get this opportunity. You know, there's such thing as the butterfly effect, right? There's such thing as when the butterfly is flying and you know that like where their wings are going, the speed or the angle of their wings can literally shape where the whole hurricane is going. Like they can literally like shift the way of the hurricane. Butterfly, you know the size of the butterfly, you know the size of the hurricane. The butterfly effect is basically about the very, very, very little things having an impact of huge things. So the whole universe conspired for you right now to find this auction thing, or basically to give you the opportunity to do whatever the hell you want, okay? And you can think of it this way. The God himself came down to give you this thing. He's like, here's your gift. And he's waiting. And you're waiting and you're like, I'm gonna open it next week or like a month from now or next year maybe. Girl. Like literally the whole universe, everything around you conspired for you to actually get this. And you're going to wait. You're going to make them wait. You're going to make your potential, your 8-year-old self wait. For what? Nobody's that lazy. I'm sorry to say that. Nobody's that lazy. And I'm not calling you lazy. I kind of did. But still, like just literally get whatever the fuck you want. Because I know I was waiting so long for this channel. And it is scary to get out of your comfort zone. But you know what is more scarier? The fact that like a few years later, you're thinking, I could have already done so much. And there's such thing as one day or day one, because there will never be one day if you do not have the day one, right? So if you never start, you will never get there. And if you already start, there's like the thing that you want will come so much quicker. But I want you to remember one thing. You always have to trust God, because there are some things that you do not know. And one day you will realize why God made you wait so long. Why God was like, okay, not yet. Not yet. Just wait a little bit longer. And you're going to be so grateful for him to make you wait, because maybe there are some events in your life that have to happen for you to actually get into the place, get into the mindset of the person that you need to become in order to get the thing you want. So do not be so like, oh, I'm putting so much effort. Why do I not see the results? Just trust. You're gonna get there. Just as I know that this YouTube channel is gonna be a big, much greater community than it already is. And I'm so grateful for it every day. Right now, as it is, I'm so grateful for this community, but I know it's gonna grow so much more. I just don't know when, but I'm okay with waiting. I love this part of waiting. I know I'm gonna accomplish so much more, even little things in this timeline that I'm gonna wait, and I'm okay with that. And just basically let it go. Let it go. Do your work, do your effort, and believe me, the fruits are gonna come. You're always one decision away from totally different life. Like for example, you might choose to drink tea instead of coffee today, and your life might go totally different way, or you might go a different pathway than usual, and your life would be totally different than if you went the same way. Or you might starting to do the thing that you love, and your life might change forever. And you're always, every single second of your day, of your life, you're one decision away from totally different life, because like the little things have the biggest impact. And your potential might be scary. Okay, some people, I gave this example to my boyfriend when I was talking to him about today's video. Actually, I was saying to him like what I'm gonna talk about, and he was like, okay, tell me more. So I gave him a little spoiler, and basically I said to him, people can say to you like, oh, stop that, they're hating or they're doing anything because they are scared of your potential. And why is that? Because if there was a little dog and you know it's not gonna grow as much, like they're just dogs that do not grow as much, it's not gonna be dangerous, right? You're not gonna see him as any threat. But there are some dogs, some breeds of dogs that are very, very, very dangerous. But as puppies, they are not so dangerous. As they're growing, they're becoming dangerous. Some people want to tame them. They want to be like, oh no, you have to listen to me. Like, stop, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. And I'm not saying training is bad. What I'm saying here is you usually train the dogs that are having the potential to be dangerous. And this analogy is you are only taming the people you see the potential in. You know why? Because you're scared of what they might become. So if you're being tamed, and I know I was being tamed my whole life by the teachers in my school, by anybody who was just basically my like person that is guiding me. They were saying I'm so much, like I'm too much, like I'm so this and this and that. I was never cruel. I was never unkind or disrespectful. I was just a lot. I was very curious. I was very well-spoken. I was very open-minded. I was just very curious to the world. Okay. And that was scaring some people. And now, as a grown woman, I know that it was just basically the scarcity in them, the, oh my God, what is she gonna grow into in them? That they were saying those things like, you have to stop doing that. Do not ask questions. Just do what you're told. Just no, okay? I'm not gonna get tamed, and I'm not gonna be told that, oh my God, I cannot do it, because I can do it. And I already proved myself my whole life. I was proving myself that I can do it, and I am gonna reach whatever I want. So this is your message, to stop listening to the people who were trying to tame you, and do not listen to your intrusive thoughts, because usually people that are growing up, every kid that you're hearing is not saying, oh, this is not very realistic for me. No. They are never saying that. They are always like reaching for so much more. So basically what is going on in your intrusive thoughts is just the society telling you, stay low, okay? Just stay in your cage where you are. But no, get out of the cage, get out outside, and just basically be free and do whatever you want, because you can do it. You're gonna reach for more, and just believe in yourself, because I believe in you. And that is it. That is all I want to say in today's video. I love you guys so much. I hope you liked this video, and whatever you resonated with or didn't, comment down below, and you can stay for longer. Hit the subscribe button. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for this community. Have an amazing day. Bye.